When you hear the name Wyatt Russell, you probably picture him battling villains in the MCU or charming audiences in Broke, living what seems like the ultimate Hollywood dream. But while he's mastered on-screen chaos, real life handed him and his wife, Meredith Hagner, a script filled with far more unexpected twists. And sadly, no stunt doubles. Forget the special effects. Their true story involves heartbreak, resilience, and emotional plot lines that no blockbuster could fully capture. Behind those polished red carpet smiles is a reminder that even superheroes face battles that require far more than super strength. Mostly an endless supply of tissues, late night talks, and, thankfully, lots of cookies from doting grandparents. The Silent Storm. In July 2024, Meredith Hagner courageously opened up about a deeply personal loss that she and Wyatt endured, a miscarriage. While many of their fans knew them as the glowing parents of two adorable boys, what most didn't know was the emotional hardship that occurred before the arrival of their second son. Sharing her heartbreak via Instagram stories, Hagner posted a candid photo of their youngest child, Boone Joseph, and wrote, "Drunk love with my rainbow baby. I lost my last baby in the early second trimester. It was horrendous. Sharing this because I thought it would break me, and I felt so alone until realizing it was so common. If this has been you, I'm with you." Her raw honesty struck a chord. It's one thing to face such a loss privately. It's another to share that vulnerability publicly, knowing how isolating and taboo the topic of miscarriage can often feel. Unfortunately, as Hagner's experience painfully illustrates, miscarriage is heartbreakingly common. The stark statistics. The numbers are as unsettling as they are sobering. According to the Mayo Clinic, about 10 to 20% of known pregnancies end in miscarriage, though the real figure may be even higher since many losses occur before women even realize they're pregnant. It's one of those heartbreaking statistics that feels less like a number and more like a gut punch to anyone who's been through it. Sadly, it's a silent grief so many carry while pretending everything's fine over coffee chats and baby showers. That's why Meredith Hagner's decision to open up wasn't just a brave celebrity moment. It was more like her stepping onto a giant emotional stage with a megaphone, telling others, "You are not alone in this weird, painful, messy club." In a world where people post picture-perfect lives on Instagram, her raw honesty was like a breath of fresh, painfully real air. Because sometimes what people need isn't a motivational quote, it's knowing someone else survived the storm. And in doing so, she turned personal heartbreak into a beacon of hope for countless silent sufferers. Enter Boone Joseph. Just 5 months before Hagner's emotional revelation, joy found its way back into the Russell Hagner household with the birth of their second son, Boone Joseph. Posting a heart-melting picture of herself kissing Wyatt while holding baby Boone, Hagner gushed, "Boone Joseph Russell, born February 13th, a week before his due date, 8 pounds, 3 ounces of heaven, hearts overflowing." While Boone decided to make an early entrance, he arrived healthy, happy, and ready to be adored not only by his parents but by the rest of his famous family. Kurt and Goldie in action. If you're going to have grandparents, it helps if they're Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, a couple whose Hollywood legacy is as legendary as their grandparenting skills are heartwarming. During an interview with US Weekly in August 2024, Hagner couldn't stop raving about the superstar grandparents who lived just down the road from them. She said, "Oh, they're the best. They're just like the greatest people, greatest grandparents." Apparently, their house has become a second home for the grandkids, complete with all the trappings that make grandparent visits magical. As Hagner humorously added, "They'll have a cookie jar that's always full. My son knows exactly where it is. And a toy box that is always brimming with toys." Gratitude through the grief. Despite the pain of their loss, both Wyatt and Meredith have shown an enormous sense of gratitude for the family they've built together. On Mother's Day 2025, Hagner shared a heartfelt, now-deleted Instagram post that could melt even the coldest of hearts. She wrote, "Getting to guide these sweet souls for a little while is like being invited to the party of my dreams. No words to describe how happy being mama makes me. Thank you. Thank you to the winds that brought me here." You can almost hear the swelling background music, can't you? Spielberg, are you listening? This is your next tearjerker. Wyatt's take. While Meredith seems more comfortable gushing on social media, Wyatt Russell has been a bit more reserved online. Seriously, blink, and you might miss his Instagram activity altogether. However, his love for fatherhood shines through whenever he gets the chance to talk about it publicly. Shortly after their first son Buddy was born, Wyatt sat down for an interview with Entertainment Tonight in 2021. With humor and sincerity, he described the mind-bending transformation that fatherhood brings. Biologically, I think it does something to your brain where you just erase erase half your life before you've lived there. Translation, diapers, sleepless nights, and unconditional love have a funny way of rewriting your entire existence. He continued, admitting that fatherhood was everything you didn't know it was going to be, spoken like a true parent who's learned that babies don't come with instruction manuals. Just spit up, chaos, and heart-melting smiles. Preparing Big Brother Buddy for Boone. Before Boone arrived, Wyatt and Meredith made sure to help Buddy adjust to the idea of becoming a big brother. Wyatt told E.T., "You know, he's 3, so as ready as he can be, I think he understands what's going to happen. He's a pretty smart little guy." Of course, anyone who's ever had a toddler knows that ready is a loose term. One minute they're excited, and the next minute they're asking if the baby can sleep outside with the dog. Parenting, where improvisation is your full-time job. The viral moment that wasn't. Interestingly, Wyatt found himself trending on June 9th, but not for his acting or parenting skills. A video surfaced showing a man confronting police officers in Los Angeles during protests related to ICE raids. Social media quickly speculated that the man in question was none other than Wyatt Russell. The internet, being its usual efficient and completely unreliable self, lit up with theories and debate. However, Rolling Stone promptly debunked the claim, confirming that the individual wasn't Wyatt, but simply someone who bore a striking resemblance to him. We can only imagine Wyatt's reaction. Wait, I was where? Doing what? Cool, but nope. The human side of Wyatt and Meredith. It's easy to see celebrities as larger-than-life figures, but Wyatt Russell and Meredith Hagner's story peels back that glamorous curtain. Behind every Instagram post, red carpet photo, or viral internet rumor are two people navigating the very real, very messy, and very beautiful terrain of parenthood. Their openness about miscarriage also adds a crucial voice to a conversation that many avoid. By sharing their grief, they've not only honored their own journey, but also created a lifeline for countless others silently enduring similar heartbreaks. The strength of their bond. What makes Wyatt and Meredith so refreshingly relatable isn't just their willingness to share the tough stuff. It's their ability to juggle it all with humor, gratitude, and a calmness most parents can only dream of, or fake very well. Imagine raising 2 energetic boys under 5 while living a stone's throw away from grandparents armed with an endless supply of cookies. It sounds like a recipe for either pure joy or absolute sugar-fueled chaos. Yet Wyatt and Meredith somehow balance the madness like parenting ninjas, dodging tantrums, late-night wake-ups, and toy avalanches with surprising grace. They've mastered the art of laughing through the mess. Because let's be real, parenting often feels like running a circus where you forgot the schedule and the animals are in charge. Their journey reminds us that true love isn't about avoiding life's curveballs, but about tag teaming them with laughter, patience, and the occasional emergency coffee run. And there you have it, a real-life story that proves even superheroes have to change diapers and survive emotional plot twists. If you enjoyed this peek behind the Hollywood curtain, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss any more amazing stories. And hey, drop a comment below. Would you survive grandparent cookie jars or toddler negotiations?